Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Team Ignite training call. And I'm really excited about this because I have Ruby Ambassador Elizabeth Hours on here. She is a mom of 10 and I'm a mom of 12, so we kind of get each other. And so when Elizabeth joined my team, she had followed me for a while, my blog, and read my newsletter and stuff. We didn't really know each other, really well. But I know that as her journey progressed, there were some changes. And, she is a Ruby ambassador now. So she's well on her way and is succeeding in this Plexus business. So it would be good for all of us to listen to what she has to say. So Elizabeth is going to talk about her journey with belief.
Okay. Well, early on, I kept hearing that belief was the key to success with this business, but I realized I did not have the belief I needed. I did not really believe in myself. And because I joined right away as an ambassador, my belief in the products and the business were shaky as well. So I knew I needed to work on that. So what I want to share about is just what I did to build belief. First of all, Charlotte recommended to me to read The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. And the summer that I joined, I spent that whole summer carting kids back and forth to work. Two of my sons had jobs that were 30 minutes away, so I would take them to work and come home. I'd have to pick them up, and they were in opposite directions. So I spent that summer in the car. I'm sure Charlotte has had times like that as well. So what I did was I found I could listen to these on YouTube. So I started listening to The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz and then Failing Forward by John Maxwell. And I listened to those multiple times. And then I'd also listen at home when I could take notes. So I feel like those two things really started transforming my thinking. And I've always been more of an optimist. So at first when Charlotte recommended The Magic of Thinking Big, I thought, I don't need that book because I already really looked at myself as pretty much a positive thinker. But it wasn't until I really started listening to that book I realized I was a small thinker. I was not a big thinker. I did not know how to dream big. So that I really recommend that to anyone who's struggling with belief. Then the second thing I did was watch all of the Diamond documentaries. And I think some new ones have come out that I haven't caught up on, but initially I went through all the Diamond documentaries. I remember one time shortly after I joined, my little daughter Bethany was sick, and she wanted me to snuggle with her. So I was laying beside her in bed, and we were snuggling, and we were watching Diamond documentaries. And she was too sick to care what we were watching, and they were interesting to her. And so I started doing that, and that really helped me because they're so fun to watch, and they're very encouraging and inspiring, and they showed me that a variety of people could be successful with this business. It wasn't just one type of person, and it showed me that these were just average, normal people like me, and so it gave me the belief that maybe I could do it too. Then the next thing I did was I started reading lots and lots of testimonies about the products and also about the business. And the more testimonies I read or listened to, the more that built my belief in the products and also in the business. I also watched and listened to YouTube trainings. And I went through a lot of data on my phone that summer that I was taking kids back and forth because I was listening while I was driving to YouTube training calls. And I started off that summer with primarily Sonia Dudley, Lori Harrison, and Sarah Marble. Those were the first ones that I heard of that had trainings out there. And now it seems like there are so many jewels that have trainings on YouTube. There's a wide variety of people that you can listen to. Some of my favorites right now are Melissa Eichenhorst, Tamara Holloway, and Tara Castaneda. So I recommend just finding somebody that you relate to and listening to all their trainings on YouTube. The next thing I did was borrow belief from Charlotte because she believed in me, even though I didn't believe in myself. So I just kept saying, well, Charlotte believes in me. I can do this. And then I listened. I was teachable. I listened to what Charlotte and Brenda told me that I needed to do and just started working on my mindset. And part of that was coming up with positive affirmations. And that was not something I had done before. But I realized that I was doing a lot of negative self-talk that I had been doing for 40-something years. So these are the positive affirmations that I came up with that for those first few months after I joined Plexus. I can do this. I'm good at selling. So I've always told myself that I was horrible at selling. So that was one that I could start changing. So I'm good at selling. I'm confident and capable. So every time I'm tempted to tell myself, I'm scared of this situation or I can't do that, I'll tell myself I'm confident and capable. People are drawn to me and what I have to say. People are excited to hear me share about Plexus. And I am on my way to becoming an Emerald Ambassador. And I'm glad that Charlotte asked me to do this because I realized I haven't said these positive affirmations in a long time, and it was good for me to open up this notebook and find them and just start thinking about those again. Then the last thing is I found some quotes about belief that I've written different places in journals. I have one on my phone. On my phone I have believe you can and you're halfway there. I really like that quote, which I believe is by Theodore Roosevelt. Then another is, this is from the book, The Magic of Thinking Big. Belief is like a thermostat that regulates what we do in life. So if you just think about that, where we set our belief is where we're setting our ability to succeed. So these are just some of the things that I have done to help me build my belief. And thinking about this today just was a good refresher for me about things that I need to continue to do. And, I've been a little bit inactive here as I've moved my parents into my house. And I've also realized that inactivity takes away from your belief. So as we're continuing just to do the things we know to do and being consistent, that also builds our belief. So this was an excellent refresher for me just to be reminded of the things I need to do to continually build my belief.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth. Wow. I guess because I've been with you the whole time, I'm sitting here about to cry because I know, how you've met your challenges and you've kept going, and with such a big family and the things with your parents in the last months, how you've had to go stay with them for a month at a time. It's been a real big challenge, but you have just kept going and doing what you can with your Plexus business. And now you're closing in on Senior Ruby. I mean, you are closer to Senior Ruby than Ruby. And that is really exciting for me to see, because it just shows, once again, like you said, that normal people can do this. But you've also have not given up, and you've kept going and even pushed through and kept doing the personal growth. And people, I know sometimes they go, what's with the personal growth? Well, just show me what to say and tell me how to do this thing. And the kicker is our personal growth and who we are and what we believe comes out in everything we say and do. So when we have strong belief, then our actions match that. I went to an opportunity meeting Saturday. I was one of the speakers, and I hadn't been to one in a while, and a live event. And, along with some of the other ambassadors, we realized, we should go to these a lot, because it builds your belief, because you could see the stories of all these people in the audience whose lives had been absolutely changed by the products in the business. And so we all went away from that live meeting going, okay, I want to share Plexus. It strengthened all of us. And so I would add that to Elizabeth's list. And it may be an online, opportunity meeting that you go to, but every time we do that, we're building our belief, and it affects our business positively. And you know what? This is free. It's free to do the things she said, pretty much. If you're going to listen to YouTube videos, you're going to write affirmations, all those things. So nobody can say, well, I couldn't go to that, big seminar or whatever. No, there's all these things that you can choose to do that will build your belief, and it will affect your business. And so especially if you're new and feel a little shaky, like Elizabeth said, she just gave you awesome training on the steps to take to build your belief in the company, in the products, and in yourself. So we hope this has been helpful, and we thank you for watching. Bye-bye.